live. All right, so Martin Luther King Jr. Day is next Monday, and we have crafts and activities to teach children about his message and how to promote peace and positive change.
And joining us is our dear friend, haven't seen you in way too long, Jada Rashawns, and she is a nanny expert, lifestyle expert, and has the most beautiful smile in the world.
You're so sweet. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, what are we making today?
So we're doing crafts and activities that's inspired by my hero, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And you guys know me, one of the things I love about celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. and his mission and his message is that it's at the top of the year. So that's what these crafts and activities are going to focus on how we can carry out that legacy throughout our year, every single day, not just on that day. So first craft, all right. It's inspired by a poem written by Ben Harper. It's actually a song, but it's poetic, and it's called With My Own Two Hands. And the reason why this craft is so fitting for Dr. Martin Luther King Day is because it's talking about how he made change with his own two hands. And we can do the same thing in teaching our children. How can we make change with our own two hands? So what we've done is, this is the finished product, but I have traced our little handprints. We've glued it on some construction paper, and then we printed out, written out the craft. But what the kids can do is decorate their hands that in a way that represents them. You can use images and pictures to draw that represent you and things that you like. So you guys can do that as we're talking about it now. You can use any of the markers. You can use, of course, like glitter. You can use paint. But the goal is, of course, afterwards, you can take such a beautiful craft and activity that you've worked on together and hang it up in your room as a beautiful piece of art. So the next craft, no removing.
And this is the daily reminder,
yes,
like you said. So it's every day, not just the one day coming up on Monday, right?
Exactly. Like every day we should start our days knowing that I have the power to make change with my two hands. And that's exactly what Dr. Martin Luther King was emphasizing in his message. I think he did so successfully as well. The next one is all about peace. Dr. Martin Luther King was very much about peace in his change and peaceful protesting and how we can be positive in our challenge of change. And so with this craft, what it is we have a circle that we've cut out, and the words say, with peace, I can promote peace by, and in that circle, you can draw pictures, you can write out words and talk about how you can promote peace. The kids can get as creative as they like with this. They can draw, they can paint, they can cut out magazine clippings. And this is also going to serve as a reminder that these are the ways throughout the years that I can promote peace, which I really do love. And then the last one is inspired by his I Have a Dream speech. And you guys know last time when we did this, I did dream capture craft, but this one is a dream quilt. And so what we've done is we've cut out squares that you guys can decorate, and really this can serve as your dream board. And so what are you looking forward to? What do you dream of this year? And no goal and no dream is too small or out of reach. And so I put a few of my dreams. One of them is to start a veggie garden with my nephew. Another one is to volunteer more. I also want to master the skill of tennis, y'all. So hopefully next time I'm on here, I can tell you guys that I've mastered that skill. And so once you have drawn out all of those pictures and that represent your goal, we will glue them together and make a beautiful quilt. And they can hold that up, hang that up on their walls or anywhere in their rooms or in their house, and they can remind themselves and hold themselves accountable too about their dreams.
Well, it's always good to see that on a daily basis, kind of like a vision board.
Absolutely.
So it kind of works in that respect.
Yes.
And like anything else, when kids, be it preparing a meal or something like that, when they have invested in actually making it and coming up with participating and coming up with their ways to promote peace with what they can do with their own two hands, then they're more inclined to carry through with it, right?
Absolutely. And I just think that it's so important that on days like this that we just don't limit it to that one day, but we remind ourselves that this is something we can actively work towards, and it starts with our future, our children. So that's what I'm all about.
Yes. Okay, and tell us about jadarashawns.com, your website.
On my website is very nanny and childcare focused. You guys know that that is where my experience and industry knowledge is in, and so there's where you can find resources about how in-home childcare providers can really improve as caregivers. And then also we'll have, of course, our previous segments on here so that you guys can really do that craft with your kids and little ones. And then there's a lot of other helpful information for both parents and caregivers.
And you do crafts and activities for all ages, from itty bitties to
all
teens
ages
and everything.
Yes,
right?
And all of this can be even customized to the smallest baby to the oldest, like high school student. I think everyone can find a way to tailor make this activity and craft into the age appropriate group for them. So,
And it's nice with scissors and crayons and
Yes.
nothing electronic with this, which is fantastic.
Exactly, and make it a vibe. Like go outside and have a little picnic. We're in Texas, so you know it's winter, but it's not really winter here. So we can take advantage of that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So good to
You're
know.
welcome, guys.
For more information on Jada, all you have to do is head to our website, salive.com, click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, where we've provided a link, or just scan the QR code on your screen.